Hey everybody, how are you? It's Saturday all day, as my nana would say. The day after Halloween, we had a great Halloween. First of all, I bought this gigantic 20-foot skeleton from Halloween headquarters here, which is the same as Spirit Halloween, same owner in Los Angeles and all over the United States. Anyway, we went in there 2 days before Halloween and said, can we buy that? And they're like, it's the display. I'm like, can you call and see? And sure enough, they sold it to us. We got it home. We put it together. It's been a big hit. And we found out that it makes noises. It makes sounds. It has like some sort of recording device on it. So it was a huge, huge, huge hit. Everyone loved it. So Clay, very excited to give away the candy. And we also get toys. So this is what we've been doing her whole life. We get a lot of full-size candy bars, and then we get little stuffed animals that are pertaining to Halloween to give out. And then they get bigger stuffed animals for Best Costume Awards. It's like a whole game show, and people show up and they do a presentation, welcome, and then they start putting all this candy in. I said, hey, slow down. It's only like 5:30. You can't give each people. You can't give each people 4 candy bars. You have to give each person 1, and then maybe, a little palm pet, I think they're called, palm pets. That did not go over well. They're like, why are you ruining my Halloween? I'm like, okay, all right, do what you want. So literally 1 hour after people started showing up, we were almost out of candy. So I walked to Mace, which is like this little store in my town, which I love my town. It's this little store, and I said, do you have any Halloween candy? And they had one bag of like trial size. It wasn't even fun size. It was like single serving if you were on a diet size. And I said, no. But there it was like a 7-Eleven. It wasn't a 7-Eleven. It's called Mace. But they had, a big candy rack of all of the bars of. So I just started getting 10 of each kind of candy bar. And it was expensive, I got to tell you, but went home, gave it to Clay, and now it's like 6 o'clock. So we got maybe 1 more hour before people start turning it off, right? Because it's not like America where they go all night. In America, if you don't turn off every single light in your house, people will ring the doorbell until like 1 a.m, But here, after like 7:30, 8, it's pretty much over. So come back with all the candy, dump it into their big bag that they use to disseminate, is that the right word? All of the candy. And they decide, since it's slowed down a little bit, they're going to give 4 or 5 candy bars again. I'm like, you cannot do it. We almost had a fight in the middle of Halloween. She's like, you're trying to blame me for being generous. I'm like, no, I'm trying to get you to understand that you have to give 1 so that it lasts, No comprehension of this. And then, I'm sitting in what is like the entrance foyer, and they're at the door, manning the door themselves. But I'm sitting there just, in case I'm needed, which I wasn't. And I hear them say, oh, hi, you're back again? I'm like, hold it. Back again doesn't get more candies and toys. And they're like, well, we didn't get a stuffed animal last time. I'm like, hold it. It was a huge success, let me say that. But it was overwhelmingly busy. And their friend Alex was trick-or-treating, which Clay does not enjoy. Clay enjoys the distribution of the candy and a little performance and little prizes for the best homemade costumes, not store-bought, homemade costumes. They went as Dark Enchantress, I think that's what it's called, Dark Enchantress from Cookie Run Kingdom. Are you familiar with that game or whatever it is on the internet, as they call it? They're very into that Cookie Run Kingdom. And so they dressed as Dark Enchantress with a lot of stuff from charity shops, which is like Goodwill here. and a lot of stuff from costumes that they bought and only took one piece of, or I don't know. But it was a wonderful, wonderful night. And my cousin Paula was here, and my friends Subi and Lulu and Jessica, and there's a reporter here named Jeff who's doing a piece on me for the Washington Post. He was here the whole night too, hanging out with him. Nice guy. You know, hard when, you got a lot of stuff going on, and you have a big interview to do in the same time. And of course, my publicist was like, you should cancel, because of the news about my daughter Chelsea. And, but I didn't. I didn't cancel because obviously they had done a lot of work and preparation, and they were about to fly to Dublin from Boston. I'm not going to say, I'm punting. I mean, the story's out there. What can you do, What can you do? But anyway, it was a fun night. We had a really nice time, a couple of beers, and fell asleep at like 9 o'clock, out like a light. Only slept till about 2:30 because I'm still jet lagged from Australia. Can you believe that? Australia was wonderful. I had a wonderful time. It was really great fun. But the jet lag on the way back, I flew back on Tuesday last week. So it's been Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, 4, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 days. And I'm still struggling with jet lag. There you have it. Hold, please. I saw the Bruce Springsteen movie. The actors were phenomenal. I mean, phenomenal. Every one of them deserves to be nominated. Every one of them. But I was kind of sad that the movie was so sad. I didn't know what it would be about, but it was about the depressing time when he was recording Nebraska and going through a lot of the stuff that had happened in his childhood and, trying to define himself after the success of Born to Run, I believe. But I don't know. It was interesting. I mean, I love Bruce Springsteen. He's the boss to me. Okay, thank you. Sorry, my guy's here. I gotta go. I'll get it. Thanks. All right, I gotta go. Hold, please. I'll finish this later. Bye. Okay, now I'm in the restaurant, and we just had a couple of beers at the pub, and now we're eating, and then we're going to go see the wonderful new memoir turned into a play called Core at the Gate Theater. Me and Jeff, who's a writer from the Washington Post, is doing a profile on me, so should be interesting. And that's all I got for tonight. Hope you're doing well. Hope you're all right. And onward, ladies and gentlemen, onward. A tick-tock, you don't stop.